Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here. Oh, we have so much to talk about. All right, first of all, Lean Meme Machine with the beige. I'm kicking myself because when I made the video all about that new, whatever it's called, orchard. Oh, I can't get over how ridiculous that thing is that Meghan launched. But I didn't even go into the beige. Everything's beige, like the personality, right? But I have so much to talk to you about. So this is a double episode. What do I mean? I had already recorded an episode going into Twitter responses with this whole Catherine photograph of it all. And then I had to keep pushing it a couple of days this week because more news was coming out and I wanted to talk about that. So anyway, I have tacked that on to the end of this video. So you'll see all my responses there, but also so much more has come out again with this doomed to fail launch of Meghan. So I'm excited to talk about all this with you. My point is sit back, enjoy the long episode. Let's get into all this. I'm Jen, Hong Kong, everyone. All right, here's another one from Lean Meme Machine, and it says Meghan Markle. Oh my goodness, Daily Dish. It says Meghan Markle selling greasy pots and pans all over America. It was my dream since I was 11. In this picture right here, you guys, I went into this in my last video. How many times have we heard that same repeated soap story when she peaked at 11 years old? And she ends up building this brand around gender stereotypes, primarily about women in the kitchen. Seriously? Like you can't make this stuff up. The unending hypocrisy is what keeps me riveted, and boy, is it there in full force now. All right, and also Lean Meme Machine with this one. I love it so much. So many people are calling this out as well. So on top, you have, when you have a lifestyle empire, of course, Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop. And then look at Meghan's. Oddly similar, right? But just very blurry. So it says when you have zero original ideas, and then you have all the hashtags, including hashtag copycat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no original ideas. No thought went into this. They're advertising it as 1 year spent in the works, but it doesn't show that. This is like the website equivalent of that Wonka event where it just was thrown together and it was BS and people were suing for their money back, right? So it's kind of the same thing. It doesn't seem like any thought went into this, just a almost no, it's not even just a beige and very blurry video. And speaking of blurry, we have this right here. So Polly Rubino sent me this. Thank you for this. And shows where they were able to go in and make it less blurry. They did some sharpening in Photoshop of all things. How dare you? Just teasing. Polly's great. But they cleaned it up and now they're wondering if it's even Meghan at all. Hashtag fake Meghan. So now it's got me questioning too. I really wouldn't put anything past her. It really doesn't make sense why it's so blurry, especially if it's trying to advertise some sort of lifestyle blog. What lifestyle are we advertising here? Walking around in a ball gown. That really wasn't on purpose, but I'm going to leave it. Ball gown and incredibly blurry. It really doesn't make any sense. But thank you, Polly, for sending this. Now you got me questioning it too. And how funny would that be if it turns out it wasn't Meghan? All right. And then Aussie Chick shared this. It's Aussie Chick 48 says, Meghan Markle gains 200,000 followers to watch her cook in a kitchen. How extraordinary. She cooks in a kitchen. I'm beyond shooketh by her seemingly limitless talents. So, and then, hop from royalty into the frying pan. Wow. Bravo, Mimi. So that's such a good point. I believe, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay. So to Aussie Chick's point, here's Brittany over at Royal News Network showing that I guess overnight it looks like it's hit whatever it is, 231,000 subscribers, whatever it is, over on Instagram. And what a difference, because just a few years ago, they hit, 1 million in 5 hours and 45 minutes. And they said it was record breaking at the time. But this is just a stunning lack of self-awareness. And we know that, but it's funny to see it. I was actually saying before, there's no way she'll put out a blog because then she'd have to you'd be able to see the numbers. She loves to make us believe what's right in front of us is not real. So how can you do that with numbers like this? You can't. The numbers don't lie. You can see it. I mean, well, there are ways you can buy followers and stuff, which some people suspect she's done. I don't know about that, but maybe. I wouldn't put anything past them, but it's just, oh my goodness, it's just the incredible lack of awareness that's fascinating to me. Okay, I want to shout out Meghan Markle Parody. It's Queen of Memes 80, and it says exciting news. So this person tweets as if they're Meghan. Obviously, it's a parody account. It says exciting news. Despite previous business ventures falling short, I'm thrilled to introduce yet another attempt at entrepreneurship, leveraging my royal title once again. American Riviera Orchard. Picture a pretentious royal twist on Martha Stewart with a touch of Gwyneth Paltrow's goop flair. American Riviera, see, I cannot say those words. I understand what they mean individually, but together it's gobbledygook. It's her word salad. Let's see, that strives to redefine chic and sustainable living, a stark contrast to my delusional, grandiose D-list gold digger background. Stay tuned for updates as we embark on yet another eye-rolling journey of mine. I thought that was so well said and so perfect. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Meghan Markle Parody. That's what it is. It's so pretentious and it's so silly. It's like trying to be relatable, but also walking around your house in a ball gown, as we do. And I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but I'm stuck on the idea. Do you remember in yesterday's video, I talked about this. She literally says, they're quoting her, saying it's about all things close to her heart, but just features herself. No family, no kids, no husband, nothing, no friends, just herself. So of course it's what's important to her. All right, this was shared by Mystified, and it says, well, that's not subtle. Meghan Markle launches new brand amid a string of flops. Hashtag unsussexful. This was shared by the New York Post, and the title of this I love so much says, Meghan Markle's new lifestyle brand is doomed to be yet another flop. So how about this? Leave me a comment. Let me know how long she's going to stick with this one. And what she'll blame when it fails. I mean, can we already call it? I mean, it's doomed to fail. It's going to flop. How long are we talking here? How long is she going to pretend to stick with it before another new exciting rebrand / opportunity pops up? And by that, I mean, she abandons it because it's too hard. So the timing of this all is what a lot of us have been talking about as well. I'm actually surprised for once she didn't shut up and sit back. Because you'd think she'd enjoy all the attention, the negative attention that's going on, and unfairly so, toward Catherine, Princess of Wales. But nope, she has to make everything about herself. So here we are again. Dum Dum was going to give that, I guess, the virtual speech in honor of Diana, and she launched this right around the time. In fact, it was minutes before William was set to speak. So Peter Ford and so many others are calling out. It says, what a truly crass opportunist Miss Markle happily shows herself to be, and shared this from the morning show. It says Meghan is back online, and then goes into her lifestyle blog or whatever this is supposed to be. I can't even nail down what this thing is supposed to be. Influencer? It's so silly. And then Royally Sage shared this and says, so this is the New York Post article that I was just talking about. And it says, another flop, an illustrious career of flops. This is why you don't launch to time it to distract from other people. You plan the launch to set yourself up for success first. Like I said, her commercial and business sense is ass, which is great. Yeah, and that's what's funny to me too. So there's, along with this quote unquote launch, it's just this blurry, nonsensical video that was just a nothing burger. And then with it goes this like these stories saying that she had been working on this for a year, and yet somebody, I want to say it was Taz, pulled the copyright and said it maybe was acquired. I think it was within the last few weeks, even. It may have been last month, whenever it was not that long ago. So it just doesn't seem well planned out or well thought out. It's like one day she had an idea. Hey, I know. I'll do what Gwyneth is doing. But then not realizing she'd actually have to put in the work to do it. I really think she just is that so full of herself, thinks that she'll just instantly be a success and be able to sell everything and do just the best job at everything. It's all so ridiculous. I don't have to explain it to you. I would like to shout out Laird of the Manor. Laird of the Manor has some of the best tweets, some of my favorite tweets, whatever you call them now that it's X. I don't care. And they have a huge following, and they just made the nicest post about me, which really means a lot. Just sharing my channel, and if you're watching, my most sincere thank you for that. So I wanted to shout them out because it just means so much to me, and this is one of my personal favorites that they tweeted out a little while ago. I think I shared it at the time, but it bears repeating. So here it is. So it says, I hate my family, but how dare they hate me? I hurt my family, but how dare they hurt me? I damage my family, but how dare they cut me off? I reveal personal information about my family, but how dare they remain silent? I hurt my dying grandparents, but how dare my family be upset? I just think that's one of the most spot on things that I've heard. I mean, here, so well said. I couldn't agree more. So again, thank you, Laird of the Manor, for sharing this and for sharing my content. I really appreciate that. Also, as always, a huge thank you to Lean Meme Machine for sharing the funniest memes, who shared this one as well. I never make Photoshop mistakes. Just look at the faces on each of them. You got Harold, you got Doria, and you got Marcus. It's perfect. Anyway, we're going to transition to this other part of the video. Again, I had pre-recorded it. Still stands. Definitely stick with it. Keep watching. It's about more of the Catherine, the photo of it all, and reactions to that. So here we go. Honk, honk, everybody. So much to talk about. Pull up a chair. Pour yourself a cup of tea. Thanks for being here. I'm Jen. Honk, honk, everyone. All right, we have so much to talk about. I'm going to continue to share this beautiful photo because that's what it is, a beautiful photo of a beautiful family. And I think things are just completely out of control. I think the media has taken this too far. I think always the sugars have taken this too far. I can't help but think Harry and Meghan are behind this, and it's not right what's happening. And I think it's our job to discuss and to call out the BS. So that's what we're going to do today, call out the BS. Today we're going to be taking a look at Twitter. There's so much going on with this, and I just want to talk about all of it with you. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get into this. Okay, starting with this one shared by Goth Loretta. The original poster is Duchess_Mag, and it says, one is Meghan, who opens her window to show herself off and smiles and poses for the paparazzi, who she says are chasing her. The other is Catherine, who has to go out on the street because there are rumors about, I won't even say. She turns her head away when she sees the photographer. That's how big the difference is. One of them has her whole life made into a soap opera and is considered a victim. I think she considers herself a victim, while the other is lynched because she doesn't use her illness and doesn't bother to pose. Unbelievable. Yep. There you have it. Look at me. Summarized. And I wasn't even going to share or post the picture on top. I talked about it on Patreon. I just think it was a private picture. Catherine was headed to a private appointment for this one. And so I don't think it's right that they got this photo. But to make this point, I totally agree. Look at the difference. It tells me everything I need to know. And look at have you ever seen two people more proud of themselves on the bottom? Yikes. Reminder, this is the one where they weren't allowed on the balcony. And so they had to make up for it by getting attention some other way, by rolling down the window. The other thing I want to point out is this. We're actually witnessing in real time an attack on Catherine, Princess of Wales, while she's dealing with this health stuff, right? And going through this recovery. While you got the other one on the bottom giving speeches about, I can't say the word because of YouTube, but you know what I mean, cyber, whatted during her pregnancies, or so she claims. And doing that thing again where there's no actual proof, just going around and saying these things, hoping people believe her, while we're actually witnessing Catherine, Princess of Wales, being attacked while dealing with actual medical situation. All right. I want to give Tom Bauer a shout out because he always calls out Harry and Meghan, and this time he's standing up for Catherine. He says that she just needed a break and people aren't willing to give her that. And to me, that brings up so much of the issue. Catherine shared this photo she didn't have to share during a break that she is entitled to. And it's honestly, I don't even know that it's fair to call it a break. She had a medical procedure that is none of our business. She is allowed to take this time to heal. They have put out the statement saying what's going on. It's not a mystery, but people are creating this mystery around it and trying to create a scandal. And I said, I don't know which video, yesterday's video, I believe, where I said, we're used to Meghan's antics. I think the press especially is used to Meghan and Harry's antics, where everything is a lie, everything is mystery, everything is meant to create clicks. And that's not the case with William and Catherine. And so they're trying to make it into something where I don't believe there's something to be made of it. It's so wrong what's going on and what's happening. She did not have to take this photo. She did not have to share this photo, and yet she did because she knows people are worried. This is a private family moment that she shared with us. I don't care if she retouched the photo. For all I know, she could have retouched it because of medical reasons. A kid could have been wiggly. I don't care the reason, and I don't care if it actually was or was not. All I care about is we got a beautiful photo of a beautiful family, and Catherine took the time to share this with us when she didn't have to, but she did. And now this is how so many people are reacting, and I find it completely disgusting and despicable. Where was the scrutiny like this when Meghan and Harry went on Oprah and lied their faces off? All right, friend of the channel, Mystified, shared this. Poor megalomaniac. There's nothing she can do to affect the internet the same way our beautiful Princess Catherine can, just by sitting at home with her children. No environment-killing private jets. No reminding everyone of the tragic visit to the horrific scene she used for PR. No nonsensical word salad talks that people are still trying to decipher. Just sitting with her children, real ones that we can see. Hashtag Princess Catherine is an icon. So well said. That's exactly what I'm saying as well. I think it's fascinating to watch. I don't wish this on Catherine, but it's an interesting case study, if nothing else. Here to the Manor shared this one, saying, this is genuine interest. This isn't manufactured or paid for. And look, at the time it was 57 million views. And then Royally Sage showed that it had reached over 80 million views. I don't even know what it's at now, but that is genuine interest and concern for the Princess of Wales. Okay, this one was shared by Don't Give Meghan the Mic, great name. And it says, you attacked her when that dirtbag called her the ist word. She stood firm and carried on. You blank her, YouTube word, demanding she release why she had surgery and why we haven't seen her. She stood firm and not allowed you to know about why she had surgery. Now you attack her when she isn't the one who took the current pick, but chose to land on the sword. The Soho harlot may be laughing now, but your karma is coming, sweetie. It's already 1 foot in the door. Just look at your life. You're a complete loser. Stand firm. We love and support you, Catherine. We know who you truly are. And it's incredible woman, mother, daughter, friend, and future queen. We see what's going on. Exactly. So well said. And this is exactly my point. If anybody has a leg to stand on in the complaint department, it's our beautiful Catherine. But you won't hear a peep out of her because she keeps calm and carries on, right? She never complains, never explains. So here she is going through this when she needs time to rest and heal, and she has to deal with this on top of it all. I think she's just a wonderful woman and a wonderful person, and we're lucky to have her. This one was shared by Bridget at HD Bridget. Says, never hacked anyone's phone, never submitted false information to court, never disparaged anyone ever. Not family, not friends, not employees, even media personnel. They've been, again, that word, lied about. You know what? I got to get around that word. So again, YouTube doesn't like it. So from now on, I'm just going to say bold. You know what I'm talking about. So they've been bold, lied about, had privacy violated, freedom restricted. They never complain, only serve. We trust and choose them, not the media. Okay, this is an interesting theory shared by J.D. Eden, and it's called Kate-spiracy. This person's positing that by this photoshopped picture of Catherine's family photo, it's a clever ruse to expose Meghan Markle's scams. And Catherine's photoshopping grabbed the world's attention, and now it's natural to investigate Meghan's different photos. Very clever. Okay, I like where you're going with that. To me, it puts a calculated spin that I don't think Catherine has calculated. So I'm going to take this kind of as a laugh, but what I'm trying to say is I don't think Catherine would have calculated like that, but I do think it's going to be a side effect that comes out because of this. I talked about it in my yesterday video, and many other people are talking about it, like, oh, okay, you're going to call out Catherine for some Photoshop. Let's talk about times where we believe Meghan photoshopped things. Let's go into those photos. I don't think she's going to want that. And just like that, again, people sharing photoshopped photos, and Lulu LA posted this, but it's okay to publish this, which is blatant photoshopping. I love this photo, and I love this sentiment shared. This was shared by at Love Wales Family. It says, in 13 years, Catherine hasn't made a single mistake. And now, when she and her husband just posted a slightly edited photo, the media can't help but bull her everywhere. She didn't even need to apologize because that's her family, her children, her photo. Leave her alone. Okay, this one was shared by Meghan Markle Parody. I love this account. They pretend to be Meghan and write things that she's supposedly saying. So it says, as you may have noticed, my absence from the glitzy Oscars is no secret. Hollywood has turned its back on me, forcing me to seek alternative avenues to salvage my tarnished reputation. In a desperate attempt, I reached out to the family of a teacher tragically lost in that situation. Of course, I ensured they'd signed my NDA, hoping to divert attention from my embarrassing Oscar snub, while trying to appear as a beacon of compassion, engaging in heartfelt happy birthday moment. The reality is stark, a calculated PR stunt that conveniently ignores the lack of empathy and compassion within my own family. Selective compassion at its best. Then they shared this photo of her accepting her Best Tragedy Exploiter Award. Wow. Yeah, I mean, nailed it. I love it. There's not much more to say. Nailed it. All right. Then we have Aussie Chick. Again, a friend of the channel. Love her tweet so much. Says, missing bunions, cropped, the toe that always arrives at destinations before the rest of the toes. Hashtag Meghan Markle exposed. So just pointing out the hypocrisy once again of the squatties, if you will, calling out anything to do with any kind of retouch of Catherine's photos, and yet blatantly ignoring when Meghan does it on about every photo we get of her. Well done. And I'm going to leave it on Lean Meme Machine once again with meanwhile and this. So again, they're not afraid to call out the photoshopping on anybody else, or their followers are. Meanwhile, you have this, so blatant, so obvious, and not a word said about this, of course. Sounds about right. You guys, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I just am so frustrated by this whole situation, but I think it's important we continue to talk about it because it's BS what they're doing to Catherine, Princess of Wales as well. I mean, the whole family. I just think it's terrible. And yet, again, Harry and Meghan can go lie their faces off at every opportunity and yet nothing. I mean, we're all pointing it out and laughing, but I'm saying, like, from the media, nothing. They just kind of go along with it and buy their lies. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the show. It means the whole wide world to me. I appreciate you so much. If you want to further support, there's several ways you can do it. Check out the merch. We have Caffeinated and Feisty. I love that stuff so much. As well as Recollections May Vary and all kinds of different stuff. Not Bloody Likely. Love Princess Anne, so a nod to her. So check that out, or check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I do the bonus episodes, the extra deep dives, extra content. Every other day I got something coming out over there, so check that out. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.